4-hour rain totals. This I know doesn't look all that impressive, right? It's 2-3 inches of rain. Look, that's a lot. And you do have these flash flood warnings. So this is, I know we're not starting in at a broader perspective, but this is Greene County. You get into Martin County, Davies County, near the Lagodi area, Bloomfield up in Greene County. And again, you've got these flash flood warnings that are now in place until 8 o'clock this morning. Again, 24-hour rain total. But if you add to that what we have received since 10 p.m. Sunday night, look at the numbers here. Now, again, these are radar estimates, but I mean, you're talking 9-10 inches of rainfall in just a couple of days. That's why we have the flooding concerns. Overly saturated. The water has nowhere to go, right? And so that's the big problems. Now, because you didn't get the heavy rain in places like just near Lake Monroe, north of Bedford in northern Lawrence County, you've avoided any of these flash flood warnings because you haven't had that hard hit of heavy rainfall. But there is some decent pockets of rain moving through Lawrence County right now. We're starting to lighten up the rain a bit in this flash flood warning. That is excellent news. Most of us just dealing with some garden variety showers in and around the metro area here for this morning. This is relatively light stuff. We do have a few downpours now entering northwestern Hendricks County for this morning. We'll zoom out. I do have a little bit of a downpour right now between Bargersville and Franklin here, kind of approaching the Whiteland area as well, just west of US 31 in Johnson County. And then really the heaviest rain here for this morning before we kind of move on is down in southeastern portions of the state. A lot of lightning, too. That's where all of our lightning is located here for this morning. Again, this is just south of in the southeastern portions of our state. That's getting ready to enter into northern Kentucky here for this morning. We'll throw the 1-hour loop on, everything kind of moving east and northeast. There is an end to this back in Illinois. Give it a couple of hours, and I think we'll start to dry out. Storm Track 8 Futurecast as we take you hour by hour. Through 6 a.m., scattered showers. There might be some damp roads for early commuters. I'm hopeful by around 7, 8 o'clock, this rain will pull out of the metro area, and then clouds will work on out. Look at the blue arrows. That is drier air that will spill in. Should make for a very pleasant afternoon. 75 right now, dew point into the mid-70s. That's gross. Cold front moving through will allow that drier air to spill in from Canada as high pressure will take control. So it should be a nice day today. 85. Look at those dew point numbers. Falling back to the mid-60s. That is much more refreshing. We should hold there Wednesday, Thursday. We start to dial up a bit Friday and Saturday. So this is only a brief break. Very comfortable overnight. 65 degrees, mid-60s for most of the state. Mid-80s tomorrow. A little bit warmer, but the humidity down. We'll start to dial up the heat as we get going later in the week. Look at the 90s that are on tap to our west. That will start working into central Indiana as we get into the late week. Hope, plumbing, heating, and cooling. 7-day forecast. 88 on Thursday. 4th of July, I'm going to leave dry. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy. 90, but with higher humidity. Feels like temperatures close to 100. That high starts to break down for the weekend. A few pop-up storms in the afternoon possible Saturday. 92. Scattered showers and storms Sunday night, 91, and upper 80s as we head into Monday of next week.